Good morning, afternoon, 1 o'clock. Here's our Monday inspiration. I was at a conference about 3 weeks ago, and to have 2 or 3 days, well, 3, I guess, but 3 days away completely from your normal routine and your family and your work, it gives you so much reflection, and you're not short on time. You can process through things and have enough time to get through them instead of getting home feeling rushed. So many things came from that, and I'll start to share a little bit more than I have so far. I don't think I've shared anything really, but one of the things was, I've talked a lot about things happen for us instead of to us. So moving from that victim mindset or that living that victim life to victor, being even when crappy things happen, if we can see that it's all for a lesson and to make us stronger and more resilient, it becomes for us instead of do unto me. And so I started thinking about what setbacks mean to people, and how obviously initially it was for me going through life and like kind of going through the high point timelines and the low point timelines, those T's in the road as to when you chose left or right. And that's really what I mean by whatever your setback was or could have been. It changed the course of your life in some way, shape, or form, whether it looked to be a positive or negative thing. And that's what's one of the main points, is it doesn't have to look positive for it to impact your life and for it to make you a stronger, more resilient person. And so if we reframed, first of all, we're aware of our setbacks. If we reframed them into how that has set up your life on a different path and a different course, it has set up a platform for you to inspire other people or teach something different or persevere and run a marathon or whatever your thing is. We need all of those setbacks to build confidence for what's coming next. And resilience is the number one thing, or the bounce back. How quickly can we go through a setback or what maybe some of us perceive as failure or mistakes, and change our mindset and have great come out of it? Where are those T's in the road? Where were they for you? Is there a common theme? Sometimes a common theme, you may be like, oh my God, well, I didn't learn my lesson. Well, maybe not. Okay, that could be something. But as we grow up and mature, that's likely not really it. It's every lesson in that is different, but many times we don't take time to see what those lessons will bring us because we're ashamed, we're scared. Maybe there's fear, there's anger, there's kind of living hidden or having that story become hidden, where when we can bring light to that story or that experience or that what you may say is a mistake or what was the other word I was going to say? Failure. When you can bring light to that, that's when it will transform your life and become a setup for your platform of what you're going to give to the world, or the expertise that you've overcome to now be able to share your message in whatever form you want it to be. If you're a painter, if you're teaching an online course, if you're an administrative assistant, and all of these things teach you something about how to be better in your life, how to give more value to the people that want what you have. So a little bit different today. I think it's really easy to get stuck in the setback and the failure and the comparison to what others perceive those setbacks and failures excuse me, to be. And once we can see it with not emotional eyes or hearts and see it as it is and break it apart and understand what we gleaned from it, we will not judge that experience anymore. And when we bring light to something, then it's obviously not in the shadow. And many times the shadow, well, the shadow's where we hide. So obviously this could and very well is tied to your health. It for sure is tied to your health, I may add. What we hide from continues to find a place in our cells and affects our health, and that is not in a positive way. So if we have shame and guilt and fear, anger, remorse, all of those emotions that I just talked about in the hiding part of our past or of the setback, that's going to create the same thing in our body until we can release it. And so your health issue is likely tied to something related to your past and how you feel about it and not being able to let go or move on. So this was maybe a little deep for a Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day. Spend a little bit of time on your setback so you can create a staircase of setups to have a platform to give to the world. Bye, guys.